Broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. I hope that you can hear me okay. Let me get closer. Welcome to the new webinar that we are organizing with my colleague Isabel as well. Hi, Isabel,
Hello,
how are you?
Doing great, thank you for asking. How about yourself?
Very well, thank you. Sunny day today, so that's good.
Very sunny, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so the webinar of today is navigating new normals, engaging clients remotely with the Kids Collaborator. So the idea is to review the new situation. It's kind of very a lot of uncertainty actually in our everyday work. So the idea is whether you have already headed back to the office or still working from home. We're currently all working, trying to navigate this time of transition the best we can. So chances are that your clients are all in completely different stages. I mean, some of them, they went back to the office, others are still holding. Also, in terms of budgetary situations, I mean, some companies, they are continue the normal path. Others are, still restraining. Others have to close down for a little bit. So it's a very challenging situation, and there are a lot of different stages that companies are going through, and the same is with our own situation. So perhaps you're finding yourself trying to keep track with how your clients are doing, on whether you are still working remotely. One thing is for sure is that COVID-19 has definitely pushed all of us to rethink how we approach the topic of sales and how we get to sell, how we get the sale, right? That's basically what it matters today for us, right? As salespeople, we need to find out, okay, how are we going to sell in this new situation? Globally, there is still so much uncertainty surrounding this pandemic, and those that are currently working in the office can find themselves back in the home office in just a matter of days. And it happens with a lot of states where, suddenly they have to go back and go back from home as well. So we don't know what can happen next day. So now more than ever, it's important to explore winning methods and tactics that will help both to reduce the amount of in-person meetings and save time. So let's get started with today's webinar. We're going to be, I'm going to be presenting. My name is Laura Alvarez. I'm with KISP. I've been with KISP for 9 years now, and doing sales with the Kids Collaborator and also with all our services and products. And with me is also Isabel Caballero. She's our salesperson and also marketing specialist. She's the one handling all the social media and all our content from the webinar. So Isabel, if you want to go through the agenda today, that'd be awesome.
So, hello again, everybody. I'm happy that you could join us today. So, in today's webinar, we'll kick off with looking presently at our current situation and where we are now at this point. And following the recap, we'll be exploring 3 advanced technologies, technology solutions really that can help you stay engaged and connected with your clients regardless of the location. And lastly, we'll be sharing how you can stay flexible and work with your clients' unique situations with the power of Kids. So let's get started. So kicking things off, as I mentioned, where we are now, right? As Laura mentioned, really this COVID-19 situation has really changed the scene of our industry. So while many of us may be back and trying to get resettled or adjusted to being in the office again, there are still so many areas all over North America and the world that are still in lockdown or undergoing another period of quarantine. As you can tell, we are in lockdown still ourselves. For example, parts of Asia are experiencing their 3rd wave, forcing everyone to go to once again head back home for another length of working remotely, right? In the States, there are particularly big patches or various hotspots where many just feel unsafe going back to work and risk exposing themselves to COVID-19. So it's safe to say that there no longer can be a standard sales workflow that all your clients will go through.
Exactly. And now, well, let's review COVID-19 and sales, right? Thank you, Isabel, for that. Yes, after we have seen, where we are now and what's happening now with COVID-19 and sales, how this new panorama, this new scenario is going to affect our sales every day. So sales has always been a profession that requires an extraordinary amount of flexibility and skills to think on how, on your feet and work with your clients in order to close the project and move into installation. So I think that's a good point for us. Being a salesperson, we are really always trying to adapt to our clients' need and how our clients work. And this is a new situation where I think we would have the best flexibility, right? Because that comes in our ADN, let's call it. So I think we have one winning thing, that we are very flexible because we are always trying to adapt to different scenarios. However, COVID-19 has really challenged all sales professionals and their expertise and how truly adaptable and responsive they can be. So many successful methods that you probably use all the time that are no longer, they don't work anymore. So, but one of the upsides to our current situation is that it has given us a lot of extra push to explore new technologies. That always, we've been interested in knowing more, and now this is the time that we had to review them and get better understanding of these new technologies. And when it comes to new and advanced technology, many have been developed with the end user in mind. Of course, knowing, how we can get these technologies to show our products, to get more sales, and how the end user is going to receive them. So addressing the various pain points you might experience and offering a solution that to that barrier, right? So let's go to the next. The main key of the presentation is going to be engaging remotely with virtual aids. That's basically what our company has the expertise actually in providing these solutions. We're going to explore, for instance, the main ones. One is the visual showrooms, then how you can use renderings in your presentations and showing stuff to your clients, and also interactive presentations. And then how you can be flexible with the kids collaborator. So again, we know a lot about how we can use technology in client-facing stages. That's what we want to show you, how our clients and how we see that these particular technologies are being really now helped to close a lot of business. So virtual showrooms, let's explore that, because this is one of the more trendy products that we are actually doing at the moment. Virtual showrooms have become an incredibly popular tool for manufacturers and dealerships at the height of the pandemic, and also coming out of it. So at least I would say 90% of manufacturers are looking at this solution and looking at having a virtual showroom. Now, having a virtual showroom is nearly as important as having a present one, even more now, because more people will get to your virtual showroom than they will get to actually your physical showroom. So let's review why it's good, what are the benefits of having these virtual showrooms. Now, there are two main reasons for the huge spike in interest: able to connect remotely and the flexibility in customization. So connecting remotely, like the name suggests, of course, virtual showrooms are completely virtual. That means that the constraints you may have once felt about the physical showroom won't be an issue anymore. No longer will you need to ask your clients to come to you or schedule a time that could take a week or two. Now with one click, your client can be immersed into your virtual showroom regardless of the location. All you have to do is invite your clients to your showroom and send them the link, and voila, that's all. And then the flexibility in customization. Another barrier that we have heard our clients share with us all the time is the problem of space. I mean, they have a limited space for the showrooms, and they would need to, engage with that, or at least accommodate all the, one solution or one configuration for that very space. And then in a physical, now Isabel is actually showing at the same time I speak, you can see on the showroom, on the screen, how these showrooms looks like. I mean, how you can see these solutions. Of course, you can now see it in 360, but this same solution can be seen on your phone, on your client's phone. They can use the VR devices, any VR goggles that you and your clients may have, but also they can view it as a 360 view on your computers. So sometimes some people are not ready for VR, they feel it, too futuristic. Okay, they can still see the 360, the same way as Isabel is showing it to you right now on the screen. So the flexibility, let's go back to the physical showroom. Okay, you are confined into a space, a room, a building, and yet, in a set given space that you can only showcase and highlight certain solutions, forcing you to pick one or choose, which one you need. And this industry is so dynamic, right? I mean, what used to work not before, or maybe 2 months ago, now people are looking for different stuff or new trends. So all the money and all the decisions that you made 2 months ago, now you might have to redefine them today. So this is the good thing about having a virtual showroom. You can customize the stuff and it will take 1 day, 2 days, 1 week if it's a major stuff, right? And also you can have, you can expand your showroom with this incredible resource that without having, to spend, it won't require a huge investment. So virtual showrooms allow you to create an infinite number of spaces. That's why we call it, well, of course, also infinite solutions. Infinite showrooms is the other name that we give them. Because you can have the same space that you configure virtually, but then put a lot of different configurations and setting of your furniture in the same rooms. And then not only you will be able to present your full line of product, but also the colors, finishes, fabric options of your clients can choose from. Everything on the virtual showrooms. Okay, so I mean, anything, if you want to have some links and some examples of what is this, I mean, please let us know. We're going to share some of these samples also in a follow-up email with you if you want to have a look. And also, please find out from your manufacturers who has, the virtual showroom. Most of them, as I'm saying, they're building their own. And that's a great great solution for dealers, so they can actually get access to these rich resources. So now I'm going to leave Isabel to talk about creating and sharing renderings. This is another very powerful tool that I think has been you are more used to these solutions of the rendering. So go ahead, Isabel.
No, yeah, for sure. Just following on what you said, definitely renderings are perhaps the most common tool for visualization in the furniture industry, and for good reason, really. Similarly to virtual showrooms, there is full design freedom, right? You don't really have to adapt to spatial really measures or anything like that. But while your design team will be experienced in producing high quality photorealistic renderings for your client spaces, sales teams can also create their own renderings right in front of clients using our mobile sales tool, the Kids Collaborator. But we'll get into that really soon, as I'm sure some of our attendees today are already familiar with Kids. But going back to renderings, renderings are fantastic for giving your clients a glimpse into what you have got planned for their space, as well as to give quick feedback for this for each iteration. However, the key to renderings, especially when you or your client are working remotely, is being able to create and share them with your clients quickly. This is particularly important when it comes to client engagement, as how quickly you respond with new information or the revised space as per their feedbacks, is that it keeps the project fresh on your client's mind. It's hard really to recall details from a meeting or video conference from many weeks ago, but if you compare it to just a few days ago, right, with a quick rendering, they can just keep it in mind really fast. And also, while how fast your clients respond to you, how quickly or fast your clients respond to you is completely out of your control. What you can control is how fast you respond to your clients. So really, speed is of the issue here. We definitely suggest exploring tools or visiting workflows that can help you make creating renderings faster, because it will be key in helping you get to the sale quickly. And so, Laura, if you want to take it away.
Excellent. Yes, I got a suggestion that people are hearing a bit of echo, so I just put my sound in it. Please, if you have any questions or anything that you would like us to address, send us a question through the chatter. We will try to answer it as we go along. Otherwise, we're going to leave it, and then if we don't have the time enough to answer to all the questions, we can get back to you after that. So.
Oh yeah, and just a quick note on that. I'm very sorry if you hear some construction noises. There's some construction being done in my building. So if you hear that, I'm very sorry about that. But regrettably, I can't control what my neighbors do, right?
Those are the things that happen when you're working from home, and I think everybody's going through the same stuff. We got dogs barking in the background, kids also, and in construction work as well. So
definitely.
Well, if you can, Isabel, I'm gonna, you can mute yourself, and then when you get back to talk, you can put it on. So thank you for that. So let's review now the interactive presentations. Lastly, we'll increase client engagement in your presentations. That's basically the topic of this item. And periodically check in with your clients to see if anyone has any questions about a certain product type or more information on a configuration. Try to engage your clients. That's basically the main key. That's why it's so important to use virtual showrooms, images, renderings, and also, well, now we're going to talk about the kids collaborator, how you can engage with kids on your presentations. But I think this is key because the client needs to see, and also it's a way to, you can check with your client, you know, how do they like these the configurations, if they would change anything on that. I mean, try to get them on board to bring ideas and to comment, not only to present, that you present, but also get their input on what they see. And that's also, it's key so the objection would come, what they don't like, they would feel comfortable, they feel that, you know, they can also give their own opinion. What are the preferences with fabrics, color, finishes? Also with Kids Collaborator, you are able to modify this on the screen and create the renderings. So there are just a few questions that you could ask your client to increase engagement and invite them into a dialogue to work together in creating a space that fits their needs. That's basically one of the main things. Make sure that you know, you get the technology working and then relax and try to be yourself. That's basically the main thing you can do when you engage with clients. Perfect. So staying flexible with kids. So the idea here of this new situation, how you can, you know, of course, the main key of this new stage, as we addressed before, is that just to reduce the one-to-one meetings with your clients. So that's why every time that you have a Zoom meeting or you have a virtual meeting with a client or even a call or an email, try to get as much information as you can of what they're looking for. And then Having kids collaborator, you can actually, you know, get to show them different ideas. I'm going to talk about two different situations that I get a lot, and you know, explain, you know, how you can actually solve them in 2 minutes instead of having days and of going back and forth. So let me just go back here, and I'm going to reflect my screen. I don't know if great. Thank you, Isabel. I don't know if you can see my screen. Let me just turn off the camera so you can actually focus on the presentation. Perfect. So we're going to talk about two situations that we get all the time. Sorry. Okay, let's. Yeah, one of the situations that I got, it's when you know you are standing. Somebody comes to you or calls you and said, we need something fast. We need quick shipping items. And well, of course, you know, with the iPad or also with the Windows 10, with your Surface, you can actually get into the quick shipping catalogs of all the products, all the manufacturers. Let me go review here where you can have, oh, sorry, I'm downloading stuff, but let me just go here. So as you can see, for instance, I can show you what National, for instance, have quick shipping, there we go, quick shipping catalogs right here. Also, Hon had the Hon Express, Hon Now. Every manufacturer, as you can see, will have the quick shipping catalogs ready for you to find out. And we've got a lot of situations where a client comes and says, "Oh, I'm looking for a desk. I want a couple of desks, but I want them in delivery in 5 days." And instead of going back and forth, and of course that will take more time even. So if they want something now, they're ready to decide right now. So the best thing that you can do, and I have to say that I've done it just with somebody coming in a showroom. I'm not a salesperson, but I was just standing next to a salesperson, and somebody came and said, "Oh, I need 2 days for my office." And the salesperson said, "Well, okay, yes, don't worry, I will get to you tomorrow with the ideas." And I said, "Well, we have the Kids Collaborator, we have the quick shipping catalogs right here, so you can actually tell them pricing. You can give them, they can walk out with a quote if you want it." And so anyway, I put my iPad, and let me just show you what is that you can do. So if you go to the catalog, as I mentioned, every manufacturer has all the quick shipping stuff that is available for them. So let's suppose we have National, and anyway, let's go for the quick ship. So we're going for a case goods. Let's suppose they're looking for maybe in a low desk, fixed height, something very simple. And again, I'm not a designer. And again, I'm not sales, so I'm just a technology girl that works for a technology company that creating aids for furniture. Anyway, so I'm going to pull to this right here. So also every product will have their own pricing. You can go to the list view and then modify the pricing. So if you need to configure the pricing, you can get here and create the discounting as well. So let's suppose, I don't know, we're going to do 30% discounting just to get to the codes, and then we can modify and then do upcharges as well. Okay, so we have our 2 desks. Let's suppose the room is 20 by 20, so we can actually tell them how the furniture is going to fit in the room. And now we have a new challenge. With the COVID-19 standards, we have to make sure that each one of these desks is set 6 feet away from each other. And how are we going to do that? Well, we can actually have, let me just pull here, the Key Design collection, we have the social distancing elements. So we have the way of showing the clients how these 2 desks will make sure that we meet the 6 feet. So this, and again, we have a lot of different ones, but this is a 6 feet radius. And I can put the central circle where the person is going to see it. And then I can pull the second one and make sure that, and again, I can even get them more close to each other because as you can see, the 6 feet away is just here. So, and the chair is going to be here. So they really meet and actually they get even plenty of room to have the 2 people. And now we're going to get, let's go back to the quick shipping because we need this shipped in 5 days. So I'm going to go to the national quick shipping. And again, I mean, I'm showing national here as a sample, but you can use any other manufacturer which has all the quick shipping stuff. So I'm going to go for the task chair. I can show my client, how about this? I can, you know, show them all the different stuff from design. And I'm going to pick a fabric. And again, with the Kids Collaborator, you will have all the options right here. You can, if you're looking for a specific color, you can, let's suppose you're looking for blue, you can have all the options that come with blue. Let's suppose my clients like dots. So we can have this right here. And I'm going to rotate and just get them. Perfect. So I'm going to go to the 3D view. And one of the great things about Kids is that you can actually create a rendering in seconds, and also you can create a rendering with an environment. And again, you can reflect the same way I'm doing it right now, just to have virtually. So you don't have to, just knowing a little bit about what your client wants, then you can build this and show it to them in seconds. And then, and again, you can just, as easy as I'm doing it right now, we can set the to desk. I can create a rendering and I can have the budgetary quote ready for my client in seconds. So this is something that I came across all the time. People that want really a quick quote. And then of course, sometimes we don't need to involve designers, especially when it's freestanding stuff, something that the quicker I can quote it, of course the client is ready to say yes to anything that can be delivered in 5 days. So make sure you take advantage of this possibility of having your stuff, all your products availability, your pricing, and now you can actually show how it's going to look with the COVID-19 requirements. So as you can see now, I have my rendering ready, and I can go back. I can create with Kids as many renderings as I want. I can go to plan view if I want a rendering just to show my client. Let's do a line drawing. So I just want to show all the distancing that is met. You can actually go and then create a quick sheet with the pricing. And also I can export it into a CIF if I need to place the order. I can put my renderings here and then make sure I can deliver the pricing as well. Also, well, you can put your terms and conditions on the quick sheet. So not only that you can show the rendering, you can show how the product looks like, but also you can show the pricing, and then of course you can get a CIF file and a DWG as well out of anything that you build from Kids. So this is one situation that I come across all the time. I don't know, guys, if we have any questions at the moment. I think we got a question about, you know, what manufacturers are available. Well, of course, besides National Office Furniture, we have over 90 manufacturers on board. So of course, we can forward the list of all the different manufacturers that we have available. We are in new manufacturers every month. So any manufacturers that we don't have on board, I'm sure that we're going to have them very soon. We are really keeping up with adding new manufacturers every month, but we also welcome to suggestions. So one of the things also that, apart from having the renderings, and again, you can do as many renderings as you want. The idea is that you can create pretty quick renderings. But now with Kids, you can also do virtual reality. You can do the Kids XR mode and then create, again, we were talking about virtual reality, how this is changing the way people is engaging with clients. So you can have your own VR scenes and 360 views in seconds. And again, anybody can build this. The only thing you do is just select this camera, and then you can drag it with your mouse, with your keyboard, with your finger if you have an iPad. And then once you have it where you want it, you just create a view. And will automatically create a 360 view, as you can see, that you can actually show your client. You can view it on your computer, but also you can send it to your client's phone. If you're talking on the phone with your client and you're saying, oh yeah, when you need to this for 5 days, okay, let me send it to you. You're gonna receive a text message with the idea that I'm you know, what I can sell you in 5 days. And so you go to the quick shipping catalogs, and it will take you as much as it took me to build this. And then once you have the link here, it takes seconds to create. You just go to Kids Excel Pro. And then you're gonna have the link that you can send by text with your client in seconds. So you can be talking on the phone, and in 1 minute, you can send this to your client to see, and then you can wait and say, okay, did you get it? What do you think? And then they can say, well, you know, I like the blue. There we go. So I'm going to share, guys, with you now, right now on the phone, the link. Sorry, on the chat of the webinar. So you can actually give me a second. You will receive a link on the chat, and you can just click on that and open up on your computer. So the same project that I just created, you're going to have the link. Also, you can share it by phone, as I mentioned, just by tapping on the phone number of your client. If anybody of you wants to receive it on the phone, just tap the cell phone number on the questions. We are only going to see it. And then, of course, we won't share the number. We'll just send you the text with the VR. But anyway, as soon as, you know, maybe your client says, you know what, yeah, I like that, but I want to see it in front. Okay, let me go back to Kids. So you go back to the Kids Collaborator. And the same way I put the camera on the back, I can go and change the camera on the front and just place it here. And then, again, I mean, you can take the time of this. I'm going to go to create a Kids VR, and that's ready. What I need to go is just go to the link, the new link, and then I will have everything on the front now. The same project. So you can see the back, and then let's look at the front. So you can play around and do as many views as you want. So this is the first one that we did, looking for the back. And now in seconds, we can have the front one. And again, with the Excel Pro license, you can have as many views as you want. And again, I'm showing GIS because, of course, that's our tool, but any engaging or client-facing tool, I know that also there are a lot of softwares that they have different solutions that you can use. And, you know, any resource that you have that you can do stuff live, people are requesting design live because they want to see, they are not able to go to showrooms, so you need to engage remotely, and you will need to engage technology for sure. So now you're looking at the top, and they might say, oh, okay, I want to change, you know, I don't like really the dots on the colors. So you can go back, and then you can click on the chair. And then, of course, with Kids, you have all the options right here. So I'm going to go to a different fabric, and then I can go and get a new scene with the new colors.
So Laura, we have a question actually about how accurate the pricing is for the different manufacturers.
Well, we have the pricing is sent, we update from different platforms and also directly from manufacturers. So we have the same data that is published in CET in 2020. So we are in the distribution list of all the software, all the manufacturers, let's say. So if when national, you know, updates in, I'm putting national because we're using how, but every time the national updates their own the catalogs, we're going to have that updated. So yeah, we are the same as every time the manufacturer changed change the catalogs, then we will be updated with us as well. As you can see, we have the new color now. In seconds, I was able to share with my client the new option. And again, I can do everything the same with the desking. If I want to change the desk, or if I want to change the colors, anything can be modified live on the Kids Collaborator. I don't know if, is that okay, Isabel, with my answer? I don't know if that was actually the answer to the question, or there was anything else about that.
No, that was it for that question. So we also have a couple of questions actually about how they can share a specific idea or project with their customer.
Okay, there are different ways of doing that. You can actually share it with once you create your rendering, you can share the rendering. You can share this idea by, for instance, if you go to GoToMeeting, you can share it. Also, if your client wants to have a PDF, which sometimes happens, well, again, we can create a quick sheet and then share the PDF by email. I mean, what we recommend to do, right? I mean, here is just to have, you know, a live meeting and then share your screen. Having Kids Collaborator on your computer allows you to show your screen, and you are able to show all your catalogs. You can show your renderings in all the solutions right now. Like the way I'm doing right now, you can share your screen in a Zoom meeting, GoToMeeting, any platform that you use with sharing, you can actually share it instantly. Also, I don't know if you were able to pull the link that I sent. Then with a link here, you can actually view this on your computer. Your client can actually view that, or of course they can actually share it by text message as well, by LinkedIn, email, any possible way. In interacting in a presentation is even better because you get your reaction right there. So I would recommend to have a Zoom meeting, share your screen, and then you can share. You can show what you're doing. It will take maybe. I mean, one of the things I have to say about Kids Collaborator, and of course you can. You don't have to use Kids. You can use renderings or any other solution that you have available. But engaging and being able to make changes live, that's basically the key thing of Kids. That basically you can have. I have to say that the licenses are very inexpensive. I know that a lot of you are already using Kids, so make sure that you use it live with your clients. If you don't have Kids yet, I mean, the licenses are very, very affordable. We also have, we're doing a plan of 6 months membership, which is half price for 6 months for the ones attending this webinar, because we understand this time is, companies are not ready to spend, even if it's very inexpensive. But so we offer a very convenient solution for that. In the way that, well, of course, you save money in renderings because you can do as many renderings as you want without limits, and anybody can do that. You don't have to rely on a designer. You don't have to spend the same time in doing your renderings or doing your presentations live. Your salespeople can do that for your clients.
Hey, Laura, we have one last question before we finish up, because I think we are right on time. Here, someone is asking about the zip file that you can extract from Kids. If it is in project spec or a different file type.
You mean the files, or how you can extract them?
Yeah, I think they mean what type of file it is. Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, you have different ways. I mean, if you create a rendering with Kids, the rendering will be in a JPEG. If you want to have the rendering with a pricing, like the quick sheet, you see, let me just show you the different options. View previous renderings. If I want to share this rendering with my client, I can export it and I can get a JPEG. So it will be like a JPEG file, like a photo, and you can share it any way you can. If you want to send the pricing with your logo and everything. Then you can include the rendering as well. But this will be a PDF. That's basically what you can send your client. And then internally, if you need to share this with your designers or if you need to place the order, you can also get a ZIP file. The ZIP files is a generic one. You can configure it if you want to use it then to enter it in Project Matrix, in Legacy Spec ZIP, or a generic one. Let's suppose you're working with Hedberg and you need to proceed in Hedberg, you can get a generic one. If you have a specific question or specific one that you want to check, you can also send it to me, and I will make sure that our team checks it. But I mean, we work with all the main manufacturers: Harman Miller, Hayworth, Steelcase, Kimball, National. So all the platforms that they operate, you know, you will be good to go. But if you have any questions, any doubts, send us an email and we will check it. Or we can actually do a one-to-one session and show you how you will be a normal project that you will handle, and then we can address it and review it and replicate it to make sure that it works okay. And then we have lastly, the last time of presentation will be the 360 views or the VR. It's basically a cloud-based solution. So you will need to share the link. The only times that you will need internet connection is to create these beauties. And that will be in a link. And also when you share it on the phone, you will get the link on your phone that you can actually view it in any phone. I hope that answers the question about that. And I had the second possibility that I wanted to show you is how you can, again, you know, have a typical solution that you can show. You can have it pre-built, show to your clients. And can you hear me okay?
Yes, sorry, I'm very sorry about that. I think it was me. I was trying to make you presenter again. There you go. Now we can see your screen.
Okay, sorry about that. No, I just wanted to show how you can, you know, have a typical already built. In this case, I have the Trendway typicals. Trendway, as well as many other manufacturers, has built on our platform a lot of different typicals and ideas. And you can pick your colors, but then you can modify them. So you can be talking to a client and then show them different options, different ideas, and then create your renderings and then share it with them as you talk, right? And you can get their input. Here we have some typical from Trendway, some seating from All Seating that I included. And then again, everything can be customized, revised, make sure that here the COVID-19 distancing is met as well, which is crucial these days. And you can change anything in seconds. So you can be talking to a client, making sure that you provide a solution or at least what they're ready to, what they like, showing different options. And again, this is just a way that you can work remotely, but again, there are so many different ways that you can engage. So we encourage you to include as much technology as you can. Anything that we can help you with, we have a lot of experience working, selling with technology. We have a visualization team that creates all the virtual showrooms, also the renderings, presentations, many solutions. And again, the Kids Collaborator is a great platform if you want to get more familiar with it, if you want to have a full view of what you can do and how you can use it in your everyday. Give us a call, send us an email, and we can do a one-to-one session to show you how it works. We also have a lot of tutorials that are recorded. But again, it's a solution that first is very easy to use. It's built for salespeople, for client-facing presentations, live presentation, and that's how it's going to help you. And again, I don't want to keep you too long. Thank you so much for attending. I'm going to leave Isabel now to finish the webinar. And again, let me just all the questions. There are so many questions that we haven't got to answer. But what we're going to do is we're going to address them, and then we're going to get back to you guys one-to-one after the webinar. So thank you so much. Isabel, all yours. I think, sorry, Isabel, you are muted. Let me just unmute it.
Unmuted.
There you go. Sorry, and the sun is in my face. Okay, so I just want to say thank you for joining today's webinar. As Laura mentioned, if you're interested, please feel free to contact us. There you have on the screen our email address and our phone number, and we'll be sure to schedule a time so we can do maybe a one-to-one demo and talk about how you can incorporate kids into your workflow. As always, if you have any questions, we will be more than happy to assist you. And also check out our Instagram, where we share news about upcoming webinars, new manufacturers that we are having on board on kids. And also we share ideas of how you can use kids to showcase your concepts and ideas. So I think that's it. So thank you very much again, and I hope you have a great week.
Thank you so much. Again, having a great week, and well, thank you so much for attending, and well, good luck on these challenging times. Anything that we can do to help you, give us a call or send us an email. It'll be a pleasure.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.